All right, so I'm just going to welcome everybody to Open Box Productions. That's the name of my channel.
Open Box
Productions.
Just an open box.
We have two lovely ladies today. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Averi McHugh.
I'm Eden Hawes.
Nice. How are you guys doing this morning? Actually, it's not even morning.
It's afternoon
now. I feel like it's the morning.
Well, Avery's happy. She just had her bagel.
Ooh, where'd you guys go?
Bagel Mania.
Bagel
Classic
Mania.
bagel shop, Huntington Beach. I should promote it because I go there every freaking day. Can we cuss on this podcast or no?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
This is an ad for Bagel Mania.
Absolutely. You can cuss.
Okay, great.
Feel
Just
free
making
for
sure.
all.
Okay, just making sure.
So, Avery, I know you from class.
Mm-hmm.
I know Edith from class.
We just found out.
We just found out. Nice. You guys both go to Orange Coast College.
Orange Coast
Mhm.
College.
But I just have a quick question. Avery, you're not actually from here, are you?
No, I'm from Colorado.
So how did you go from Colorado to here?
Yeah. My brother went to OCC, and so I didn't want to do college. But then everyone was doing college when everyone graduated high school, and I was like, wait, maybe I do want to do it. So I started going to OCC for film, and I moved out here. I don't know why I chose OCC. It was just the only school I knew.
Yeah, but good choice though.
Did you say your
Yeah.
brother went to OCC?
Yeah,
When did
for
you go?
like where?
When? Like what year?
Maybe like 2018, 2019.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not even for a semester, like maybe like 2 weeks or something. I don't know. He was working 3 jobs at the time and at OCC. So I don't know how long he was there for.
What do you major in?
Film.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, he did film at CU Boulder also,
Oh.
but he dropped out again there.
But doesn't he do like marketing or something?
He works for a music software company.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Disco. Don't know if you know it.
What about you, Edith? You're from here?
Yes, I am. Born and raised Huntington Beach. Same thing with Avery. Like, I always knew I was gonna go to college,
Get
but
closer to the mic.
closer to the mic.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm gonna lean. I always knew I was gonna go to college, but I kind of always also knew that I was gonna go to OCC because it was A, cheaper, and
Right.
B, is so close, and I like wasn't really ready to like do the whole college thing and move out and all that fun jazz. So after high school, yeah, I knew I was in a film program at my high school. I went to Huntington Beach High School.
Oh, really?
Mhm, and
Really?
they
I went to
have-
Huntington Beach High School too.
You did? Oh, were you tech theater in APA?
Yeah.
Oh my god, so was that. I was in MMET media.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
What a
so
small world.
funny. Wait, what year did you graduate?
2015.
Okay, so I
Wait.
started 2014.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I graduated 2018.
Okay.
That's so funny. Yeah, maybe I recognize your face from that too, honestly. 'Cause
I recognize you from screenwriting, but not from
Right.
APA.
well, yeah, because that's a little freshy. But you're probably the senior doing all your shit.
Did you do any shows? Major shows?
Well, we did, all of our like MMET shows, like the Beatles show and
What was
Retrofest, and
Yeah.
I don't really
I don't
remember
remember if I
what.
worked them. I can't remember. I think I only did like one Retro Fest and then that's it.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, so I was in the film program in high school, and all 4 years, and that was like really like it felt like my niche,
Okay.
And so then from there, I knew I toured OCC and Golden West, and I knew that OCC like had more of a film program than Golden West, so I was like, okay, I'll go there, and I started taking classes, and I really liked it, and I kind of have been working like since 2018, 2019, doing like freelance stuff.
Yeah.
It really helped out because of being in MMET media.
Right.
Because of my teacher. He like does freelance AD stuff and directing, and so he would hire me a lot. Mr. Simmons, yes, but the one I'm talking about is David Cattell.
Okay.
He was like the assistant teacher, and so he really like skyrocketed my quote unquote career, if that even is one.
Yeah.
It is.
Avery, did you do it in high school too? Theater or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
No? What high school
Nope.
did you go to? I don't know if I know
Discovery Canyon campus
Huh?
in Colorado Springs.
it. I don't know. I've never been there before, so I don't know. But I just
Shouldn't
thought
have
would
asked.
know.
give a shout out.
Yeah, shout out to DCC.
But how did you get into filmmaking? That's a question for both of you guys. I mean, obviously, you just told us how you got into filmmaking.
I also
but-
have another answer for that too.
Okay.
You go. Let me think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when I was little, like 8 or 9, 10. I had a flip camera. Do you remember those things?
Yes, I
The
do.
like just little rectangle box cube thing. And it was my dad's, and me and my friend would like be playing at my house, and we would just make these little like short films, and I wish I had them somewhere. I do not know where they went.
Oh.
I think they're on just like my dad's old computer that we just like got rid of. Like it was classic, and we would make like film little clips, and we would just have the weirdest ideas, and then we would sit together on my dad's computer, like Mac,
Yeah.
like the big old ones, and I would edit an iMovie, and I remember like when we were always done, we would always show my parents afterwards and just be like, look what we did. And they like genuinely were laughing some of the times. Now that I'm older, maybe they're laughing at us, like not really with the jokes, but it was always a good time. And so then when I was going into high school, I was like, I've always been more of an artistic person, never really been into sports. Like, I always knew I wanted to do something creative. And so when I found out that Huntington Beach High School had the Academy of the Performing Arts,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe I'll do dance, maybe
Tech.
I'll
something.
do, something. And then when I walked into the media room, there's this room with all these computers. And this was like kind of the phase when I would do that stuff with my like friend.
Right.
And so I was like, oh my God, this is my place. This is my home. And so I felt super lucky, I think, that I just walked in and I was like, yep, like this is what I'm going to do.
After I left high school, I kind of regretted not doing MMT because I did a lot of video. And I was like, man, I wish I was in tech and MMT, but it's just hard. You can't do both.
Yep, that's
Can't do
like,
both.
that's like the rumor that like some people would start out with doing tech and MMET.
Yeah.
And then they would leave one of them within like 2 weeks because there was just no way of being able to do that. Both of them.
But funny thing is I still work at APA.
Do you?
Yeah.
For tech?
Yeah.
No way.
I'm a college student assistant there.
Did you do that right after you graduated?
Uh-huh.
So
Right
maybe
up-
that's why I recognize you too.
Oh, maybe possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I still work. I mean, yeah, because I still work there at the high
That's
school.
so funny.
That's crazy.
So like David Guttel was the college assistant guy.
I don't know. I don't remember him, but
the one who got me like started,
Okay.
like getting me jobs and stuff.
But yeah. What about you, Avery? What you didn't answer the question.
How did I get into film?
Yeah.
Mine's kind of similar to Eden's, honestly. I remember I got my first little camera, like, not like a DSLR, but like, it was like, just like, what are those like baby ones?
Camcorders?
No,
It
point and
wasn't-
shoot, kind of.
It was like
Oh.
Ratchet, whatever it was. It was like
I
pink.
had, you know, my first camera was like, there was like a Disney, like when I was at the Disney store, they had like a little like camera thing where like it flipped, it was like a camcorder and it
Yeah.
flipped open, like that's what I had.
It wasn't a camcorder, but it was a little camera. But
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
I got it when I was like in elementary school. And I feel like I was originally interested in photography first.
Yeah.
So I just like shot on that when I was little, and then me and my friends also made like little videos on the like Mac computer, and you put them in iMovie and edit them, and they had like the little templates
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
use.
Yes.
Remember my one I showed you?
Yes.
Which one is that?
It was like
What was the title of it? Didn't you have a title of it?
The Closet.
The
That's what it
Closet.
That
was.
sounds like a nice one.
I'll have to show you after.
Horror film.
It's like I made it when I was like 10, and it's not it. It's scary.
But it is it though.
But also it is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but then I got like my first camera, like real camera, when I was like 14.
What
And
was
that's
it? What type of camera?
Nikon.
Something like that. Nikon.
Cool Pics.
Oh yeah.
Something.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I just like remembered that. But I got that, and then I just kind of shot on it forever, and I was like, wait, I think I want to do this for the rest of my life. And then
That's how it started.
here I am. But it was actually more photography first that started for me.
But I mean,
Rather than
you
film.
also do like cinematography, don't you?
Yeah, I want to be
Yeah.
a DP.
Okay.
So
I mean,
Yeah.
that's how it starts. I mean, Stanley Kubrick started from photography, and then well, I mean, he's a director, but I mean, always started from photography. Although I
Yeah.
hate photography.
I stopped liking it, honestly,
Right.
but I do want to get back into it. It just, to me, it got boring. Like I just love film, you
Like the
know?
movement.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think it. Yeah, I don't know. I
Now,
kind of got bored.
now, when you guys both, since you guys both go to Orange Coast College, do you guys go there because you guys want like the certificate, or you just want to learn more, just more filmmaking?
I guess I'm there really only because I needed to find a school that I could do film in California.
Right.
Like in Colorado, there's not much production going on, obviously. I mean, maybe a little bit in Denver, but so I feel like I kind of chose OCC. Like, I'm getting a certificate there.
Right.
But it's not like I chose it for a specific reason.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great school, honestly.
It is.
For me, I actually am done with OCC.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm actually like I'm done with it. No, like I love it.
I'm leaving.
But I have all my requirements now to have my AA and my certificate in film. But I'm kind of a slacker, so I haven't actually like applied to get either one of those. But I know I have it, and I already missed the deadline for this semester.
Do you guys plan to transfer out anywhere, or do you guys just plan to get the certificate and just
So
go?
I was just planning on getting the certificate and AA, mostly because I feel like I already have a good amount of connections.
Yeah.
And it's funny you asked that, because this is like a period in my life where I'm a little confused, because I stopped OCC and I'm like, I'm not going to transfer because I'm going to be learning the same things I learned in high school and at OCC. So I'm not really going to.
Well, it depends. Depends on what school you transfer to.
That is true. That is true.
I went somewhere and I didn't learn anything.
Did you go to Cal State Long Beach, right?
I did.
That's what I thought.
So.
And people already know how much I bashed Cal State Long Beach for their program. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Well, I got into their theater department, their theory department, and it's like just all theory. Like, we didn't make any films. No films, no scripts.
So you're like a film critic?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
And then we're learning about people who never made a film in their life ever, but they critique about film.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
I'm like,
that is bullshit. If you critique a film and you've never made a film.
I had to get this stupid piece of paper, so I got it. I'm done with it. So.
Yeah. Okay, well, at least you got it.
Yeah.
I mean...
Damn.
Yeah, I'd like to hear more about that later, too, like, if that actually helped you or not, because for me, I'm like, okay, I have a good amount of connections.
But it just depends on what program you get in. I just happened to get into that theory program, not the narrative production track, which is directing, cinematography, editing, producing, and all that kind of stuff.
Got you,
So if you were to apply and you get accepted, now I don't want to tell you to go not do that and then lose an opportunity where you could have, like, down the road be like, 10 years ago I should have done this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's where I'm lost right now, because I'm like, it's just hard because of money too, I'm just like, I don't want to wait. My parents are very, very generous, and they're like, we will pay for you to go to Long Beach. That's what they say. They're like, we'll pay for you to go to, like, Long Beach, Fullerton, somewhere around here, a CSU college. But
I wanted to go to Chapman, though.
Oh, yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Like, Chapman, USC, UCLA. Great.
Yeah.
Actually,
I did not want to go to USC or UCLA.
Really?
I really wanted to go to Chapman.
Well, also, Orange is just so cute.
I fell in love with their Dodge College, so I went there, and I literally toured the place around like 30 times, and I'm just like, okay, I'm obsessed with this place, so I gotta do it. But
was it a money thing?
No, I just didn't get accepted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got the letter, and I'm like, our classes our enrollment is full, and we can't accept you at this time. And I'm like, damn it.
Rip.
Yeah. But so as of now, I don't think I'm transferring anywhere. I'm just gonna try to work. I've been manifesting a lot of work. But I also know
work, like,
I really want only artwork.
Like no more PAing?
And no more PAing.
Like, God, that's what I did. 2021.
PA.
PA.
So,
but I got up. I was like assistant director.
Oh, hell yeah.
First, second, and second. But like PA was just brutal.
No.
Because like after you do it for a couple of years, you look at like the other people and you see like the directors or the cinematographers. They're like younger than you.
Yeah.
And like you get older and you're like, okay, I shouldn't. That's why I stopped.
Yes.
So I stopped. I haven't been doing anything for the past 4 months.
Exactly same.
But I got a full-time job now, so it's a little difficult.
Got you.
You know.
No, I feel that because I've done so much PA work. And even Eric was saying, like, our teacher was saying that...
Eric Purcell?
Yeah,
I'm trying to get him on the podcast.
Oh, my God.
Shout out Eric.
Yeah, I sent him a message, and he hasn't replied yet.
Eric, you have to come on here.
Eric, if you're saying this, you're not fake.
I had Terry on the podcast.
Oh my God.
About a week ago, but I've been so busy, so I haven't had time to like edit it. But I mean, like,
Terry's in my script writing class.
Is he?
Terry is friends with Charlotte.
Terry Kim. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know Charlotte Honrath.
I'm trying to get her on the podcast too.
She would love it.
Our best friend.
I sent her a message. She's not replying either.
Charlotte.
Where is everyone?
Jesus.
Busy.
Yeah.
No, I respect that. Totally got it. But yeah.
Oh, but yeah, like you can only like Eric says like you can only PA for so much until you're stuck as a PA forever.
Yeah,
and like so now I've been like turning down PA jobs, and it feels really weird to me because I'm like, I'm not getting work, but I'm letting those people know like, hey, I'm only trying to do art department now. So if like you know of that, let me know. And
you make a good point.
And I've reached out to the people I've worked with through art department jobs, and I'm like, hey, I'm super available. Like, please, this is what I want to do. And I've like, but you know, that's a process.
Wait, so you've been working out in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Avery, have you been working out in the industry?
Very little.
You have though.
Like, what stuff have you done? Like, have you done? Like...
I went like my most recent. I used to work for Process Creative there in Costa Mesa.
Okay.
Just PA, like only a few times.
Was that like
maybe 10 times max?
Like commercials?
Like I did a few like mattress commercial things, fashion shoots. I recently just did John Elliott with her, which is like a fashion brand.
Well, yeah, it was like a kind of like a commercial, kind of like media ad kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then I just did Jergens, which was like
with the same production company.
Yeah, same production.
This is as a PA.
Yes, as a PA. But you know Jonathan Eden.
Yeah.
Jonathan is boss technically.
I think he's EP. Yeah, executive producer.
Yeah. I have carpal tunnel in my arm, so I can't really PA anymore, and so he's gonna make me an office PA.
Oh.
Really?
So hopefully I'm gonna start doing that.
Oh my
Apparently
God.
You're still like on set.
Yeah.
But now, since you want to do cinematography, are you currently doing something right now to pursue the cinematography, or right now it's just like
it's really just PA.
Just PA right now.
Connections.
Yeah, I
mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I saw your website because we had to do that for class.
Yeah.
And you're really good.
So talented.
Thank you.
With cinematography.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, really good.
Thanks.
Very good.
I'm hiring you for my next project.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I have been naughty and I haven't picked up my camera in like 3 months.
Hey,
it's just
same
like
here. I haven't picked it up in 4 months.
I don't want to shoot anything unless I feel inspired, and I don't feel inspired right now, which I think is okay.
That's interesting.
And I think I'm going to go through those phases, but also I'm like working on editing 2 projects that we were on together.
Yeah, from
a
last
documentary,
semester.
And a short film.
So it sounds to me like when you only work on certain type of projects, you don't just like jump on anything like with a camera and just go film.
I mean, I would.
Right.
But like if someone like was like, hey, like Charlotte actually just texted me and was like, do you want to do this over the summer? And I need to respond to her, but like I would say yes to that.
Do it on here. Respond on that.
Charlotte, yes.
Does she want you as DP?
I think Joey. Do you know Joey?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Joey's DP.
Okay.
But I don't know where I was going with that. But like, yeah, I'm down to hop on any project.
Mm-hmm.
But I also haven't been like really getting those offers right now, and like we've got a whole little team, a little production team.
You guys are opening your own company?
Honestly, we were talking about it.
But everyone's kind of falling off the surface.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Sure.
I'm available.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No,
I'm available. Yeah.
You're like, I'm actually not, so don't hit me up. No, but that's the thing that is also weird. Since it's beginning of the year, that's like slow season for all productions. It's slow season. Like people are coming after the holidays.
I don't know.
That's what I've heard. Unless I'm just not getting jobs.
No, you have a point there. You have a point there because in December, Hollywood technically shuts down.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
everything
then
shuts down.
I feel like things start picking up in March, so I'm hoping there's going to be more. That's what I've been told.
However, I just the network that I made in 2021 is just been blasting. Like I've been getting so many calls,
great,
but I had to like send them away.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, I can't.
And I'm like, don't forget about me in the future.
I know, but they are.
Yeah.
There's like this imaginary list where you're on the top and you're the first person to respond, but then you slowly go to the bottom.
That's happened to me before. Like I was getting frequently asked.
You guys send them my way because I want more work.
Do you want more PA work?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Cool. We're both like,
Are you sure? I was like, okay, fine. I had an offer for Netflix.
Really?
Fuck
Yeah. I bet that was the one Michael was on, maybe.
Oh, I wonder.
Her friend Michael.
I don't know, but I had one for Netflix and then they said that if everything went well, it was gonna last all the way till June for like a 6-month period.
Cool.
Shut up.
But I was like,
I want to do that.
But you would have been a PA.
huh? I would have been a VA. But
See,
the thing
stuff
is, like, I
it's
couldn't do
Netflix.
it.
But it's see, okay, so that's my other thing.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like, I don't know if this sounds pretentious, but it's like, it depends on what the gig is. Like if it's Netflix and I'm a PA, you know what? I think I am gonna do that because then I can meet the art department people and help them and maybe be an art PA. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like, then just become their team and all that stuff. So it's hard.
Although the thing is I like being a PA on indie films than on a union film.
Oh, I see. I've never done union.
Yeah, so union is horrible.
That's what I've heard.
Union is
what
awful.
part?
Because each department like has its own like PA. Like there's a walkie PA.
Yeah.
And that's all you do.
And that's all you do.
Holy.
That's
and
foul.
you can't even
you could
talk.
do that.
You
could do it with your hands.
But the thing is like there's a walkie PA who takes charge of walkies, and then there's a battery PA who takes charge of batteries.
No, there is not.
Yes.
Wow.
And this person, all he does is walk around and make sure everybody has a battery.
So there's like 10, 11 PAs on set.
No,
wow.
Serious. And the thing is like you can only, your job is only to PA for the batteries. You can't do anything else.
Don't
can't
touch.
touch.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
On a union, or on a non-union independent, so you can talk to
exactly
anybody.
And network and
like
I like that.
I mean the feature film I did in like back in August, I think it was. I was talking to the director, talking to the cinematographer, talking to the actors, talking to everybody, and everybody's chill. But,
exactly.
And it was for a Lifetime, and
oh my god, I did a Lifetime.
I know they're so cheap, but they're so fun to do.
Oh my
sometimes.
god, no, wait, what Lifetime were you on?
I was on Dangerous Snow Day.
Oh my god, okay.
Did you see it?
I didn't, but
Just go watch it.
Was it? Did it premiere like this past Christmas season?
Yeah.
Same with mine. Yeah. When did you film and where?
It was in Santa Clarita.
Okay.
We were filming. When was it? I want to say. Was it? I think October or November.
Their turnaround was so fast, dude.
It was 2 weeks for us.
So fast.
We filmed it in 2 weeks
and edited.
And then they were well, no, they were editing it on the spot while we were filming it. Yeah.
That's badass. I've never.
They had the DIT, everything, and all that kind of
2
stuff.
weeks in a row.
It was flat 2 weeks. That's it. That's all we had. 2 weeks to film it, edit it, and then they submitted it.
What were your hours?
It's 12 to 18 hours. Yeah. And in Santa Clarita, so like I'm driving from there to here.
So okay.
How long is that drive?
It's about 2 hour and a half, maybe.
What time would you have to leave in the morning?
Well, I'm a morning person, so I wake up at like 5 a.m.
God
and
bless you.
Damn,
the Lifetime movie I worked on was called A Picture Perfect Holiday.
Ooh.
About 2 photographers falling in love on a Christmas retreat. And
I'm gonna go watch it now.
I'm gonna watch yours too.
I'm gonna watch both.
But that was the first time that I was in the art department, and I was on the Lifetime Christmas movie. It was in Utah for 3 weeks, so I drove to Utah.
Wow.
And it was the best
By
experience.
yourself?
With my mom. And then she flew home. But after doing it, I know I could drive by myself now, but it was like the best experience of my life. I talk about it with everyone because that was like such a growth period for my personal self, like knowing that like I could be away from home for that long and just like I had struggled with anxiety and like that basically disappeared because I was like, oh, I can actually do more shit than I realize I can. And I was like on my own, living like in a hotel room, you know what I mean? But that was the first time I was in the art department, and it was 5 of us in the art department, and that I fell in love with it. And so that was like what made me realize like, okay, I need to really strive to just do art department stuff because it's so fun for me, and I love that shit. And just like it was so fun too at first because I'm like in Utah, I'm like on a vacation, you know what I mean? And I'm like enjoying my work and I'm getting paid for it. I'm like, this is awesome. And we're living in an Airbnb with the art department at first. So it was like 5 of us people, like 1 other girl, 3 guys, and like we just all got along so well. We were also like all in relationships at that time. So it just like it made, you know what I mean? Like it just made stuff easy. Like knowing we're all here for work, we're all friends, we're all homies, like I don't know. It was just such a good time, but then we got like 3 people had COVID on set, and so then that was a shit show. Yeah. But other than that, and that's when I'm like, okay, I like really wanted to stick to art because that was so fun, and like it was crazy actually being in a different department than like production department or being a PA because I would hear the AD on the walkie be like, all PAs, all hands on deck PAs, like, come and set up lunch, blah, blah, blah. And I'm, like, about to move and, like, go and run. And I'm like, wait, no, that's not me.
That's not you.
I'm not a PA anymore.
I'm not a PA, so it was really cool.
For us, it was so small, so some of the art did help us with.
That's amazing.
And we helped, and then some of us had to help the art.
Exactly. It just depends on the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The budget. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Did you get like shocked when did you see your credits?
Yes.
Like, your name?
Yes.
I jumped out of
fun.
I jumped out of my seat and I like took a photo of it.
Me too. The best thing too that I almost feel like undeserving because the production designer got COVID. My job was prop assistant.
Okay.
So production designer got COVID. The prop master became the production designer, so I became the prop master. Whoa. So that was my title on the movie, is prop master. Though like
that's cool.
Even though Tommy was the prop master and he did all the prepping, like, you know, like he did all the work. I don't know. But he said I stepped up in the last week. I like don't believe him, but I do at the same time.
Now, when you guys work on projects, do you guys get stressed out a lot sometimes, or how do you deal with your stress sometimes on a project? Like, do you go like away 5 minutes and then you come back and like you figure it out, or do you like it's like I can't do this anymore?
I feel like it's not stressful unless our team isn't working well together.
Mm-hmm.
Teamwork,
like,
obviously,
and we've had that.
And we've had that, and we've had it work great, and we've had it not work great
with the team we were talking about earlier. Like our little.
So how did you guys work at the end? How did you guys end up working together?
I feel like, I mean, I was co-directing this short film with Charlotte. Charlotte was director too. And it was just like a shit show, and it was not professional, and it was crazy. Mm-hmm. And we are not like that. Like, in the past and our other stuff, we are not like that. And so
we're super organized.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I also kind of, looking back, I think the problem is, and this isn't anything at all for you or Charlotte, but I think if you co-direct anything, I think that's just going to be a hard start. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a good idea because you can have, like, checks and balances, kind of, like, make sure you're all on the same page. But at the same time, I feel like it's hard because then if you don't have the same ideas, then it's like, how are we going to solve that?
Because you just don't click together with each other.
Yeah.
We just had to, like, redirect the group because, I, like, went up there and I was like, y'all need to chill. We need to breathe. Like, this is crazy.
Well, it was also a time thing, remember? Because just, like...
Oh, you never have enough time on set.
Yeah.
Never. Like, I want, like, one more hour, 2 more hours.
We were nervous of, like, the neighbors because we were filming outside. And so it was just...
supposed to be filming there.
Yeah, like, it was
Wait, you weren't supposed to be filming?
No.
What was the project about?
It's called The Shed. It's actually not called The Shed.
Oh, it's not? You changed it?
I mean, that's
Wait,
not the real...
shit or shed?
The Shed.
Okay.
It's a scary little horror.
Yeah.
One of my besties, Eleanor, is the star in it.
Yeah, and she did amazing.
She slayed.
It's so cool. I'll circle back to the stress question. I'm just realizing I'm just blabbing at this point.
No, keep going. It's great. This is great.
It's so cool that it really worked out because we all met each other in our documentary production class with Eric.
Right.
And we all had different niches. I was like, guys, this is like, I want to do art department stuff. And everyone's like, great, UBPD. And then, like, someone's like, I really love producing. Our friend Carla is an amazing producer. Mm-hmm. Carla Arce. I never say her name right. I think it's Arce.
Tell you.
See, that really quick, that's what I like about our class is, like, or, like, the film class is that some people, they're, like, because you know how everybody wants to be a director. Everybody wants to be a cinematographer. But then you find, like, these people who are, like, who actually don't want to do that, but they're willing to help you on your project.
Exactly.
And then
they just want to make stuff.
Yeah, they just want to make stuff.
Yeah. And we just have a lot of... And our friend David, he, like, is just down for whatever. So, unfortunately, he'd always get thrown into audio.
Boom operator?
Yeah, like, literally. But,
poor David.
But he always had a great attitude, you know. So, I just am very thankful that, like, we all kind of, like, found each other and actually are making stuff. Right. Because that was also the first time that I was able to be, like, I can put this on, like, a resume. Like, I production designed this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I never had experience like that before. Mm-hmm. But since we're all learning and trying to grow our names and stuff and experience, it's like you can do what you actually want to do, you know?
Mm-hmm. Do you guys write your own stuff, or do you have other people that, like,
We write it. I mean, like, one of them was a documentary, which didn't really need much, like, writing for it.
It was, like, an interview, mostly.
But the short film Charlotte wrote.
The Shed and...
The Shed,
Well,
yeah.
you guys also did Let's Eat Cake, right?
That was Charlotte. I was not a part of that, but I think that
right.
was Charlotte and Terry.
Oh, okay.
That's Film Prod 3, and I was at home, Colorado, doing my own thing.
Man, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's like a blur. Yeah.
Time flies.
But also with the stress thing.
Yeah.
I think the way I would handle it, especially like in Utah, like when I was working on the movie, if I was stressed, I think just kind of like you said, like taking a step away. Sometimes I would call one of my friends who doesn't know anything about film, and I'm just like ranting really quick, like blah blah blah, and they're late and blah blah blah, and just like, oh my god, and this is messy and blah blah blah. She's like, yep, girl, like, you know, you got it. I'm like, okay, love you, bye. And then, you know, I just needed to like vent to someone that has no idea what's going on.
And does that help you? Like,
it does.
So, because one of the key things about this podcast is for people who are beginner filmmakers, like to learn from their, you know, to learn from other people's mistakes. So, cool, yeah. Or not mistakes, but just to learn from experience. Yeah. And like when you guys are on set, I mean, do you like do you learn something new every day or every time you have an experience on set?
100%.
Yeah.
Like what? Give me an example.
I don't even know. I just know it's like every time I leave being on set, I'm like, I feel like I learned a lot, and I feel like I'm growing every time I'm on set, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. I also think like it's a big difference. I feel like when we do our like passion project sets,
Very
and then paying professional production company set, because I still learned both. I learned different things. Yeah. So like when we were on The Shed, the communication was not working, and so like now I know how important it is to have like a meeting with everyone beforehand. You know what I mean? And like to have an AD. We didn't have an AD. Now I know how important it is to have an AD because since I was doing art stuff, like that's all I was focusing on. And like once I would had the thing set, I'm thinking like, okay, we need to fucking let's get this shit going. I mean, like you
don't want you're focusing more on like other things, and they're focusing more on time.
Exactly. And then it wasn't allowing me to like enjoy what I was doing as much, you know? And so I think that was like a huge thing of just like, even though it's a passion project, like we need to treat it as a professional one because it will be efficient and because it will be efficient and it will be the most effective for everyone, you know?
I have the same feelings. Like when I did you remember the pre-production packet that I had for Below the Belt? Yeah.
I like have that saved on my like laptop for like reference.
Oh my god!
Like, you just download, because when you submit it, you just download it. Yeah. But I mean, I did a short commercial, like a passion project of my own, right? But I hated that I was the director, I was the writer, I was the producer. I'm like all this, and I just don't want all these responsibilities. But I mean, it's a good thing for us to dabble into each department.
Totally.
Have you guys done that before? Have you guys at least been to each department or once or
not each department?
What have you not done before?
Oh, I haven't done. I've never been an editor.
That's a lie. You're helping Nick.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, editing class.
We're like coming at you.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Like on passion projects.
No, but just in general, like which department you've never touched before?
Oh, never touched ever.
Yeah.
Audio.
I've touched audio, but I don't think I've done PD actually.
Production design.
It's true.
Yeah,
I've never done audio.
I guarantee, I'm telling you now, you should go do that job. Just one day do it.
I know.
So that...
It sounds so boring to me, though. I'm like, I don't want to...
Hey, I did it. I did it before. It's not boring at all.
But it definitely would be efficient. I know it would help me if I knew how to
It's actually more scary. Think about it. If you're the audio person...
Yeah.
And everybody is counting on you to make sure the audio sounds good.
No, that's why I don't want to do it. You're exactly.
I was audio
but that's
on
not
Macy.
boring. That's giving yourself a heart attack. Because then if it...
That's true. I see what you're saying. Like it adds the intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just think that, you know, to understand your industry, I think you should learn everybody's aspect before you go on.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have any other projects coming up?
I wish. We actually have like ideas in the making. But I'm really just trying to finish our last.
Yeah, I think
the Shed and our documentary.
I think once we get both of those done.
How long is the Shed?
It'll probably be like.
Or how many pages, and then how many?
Maybe 4 or 5 pages.
So what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes, and then the documentary is about 20 minutes. Whoa, 25 maybe.
Yeah, the short documentary.
But
in the span of real documentaries.
They just need to be like We just need to edit them. We have our main editor, Nick, who I've been editing with, and he's amazing and a really good editor. But we just need to finish those projects and then, like, move on.
Right.
You know, because I'm ready to get back to, like, creating.
Me too.
Editing to me is, like...
It's tedious for me.
I hate it.
Especially if I like visual effects and graphics. But
cool.
I wish.
I can't. I like
so
it,
hard.
but I can't do it.
Oh.
Because
I feel
it's
that.
just so tedious because keyframes.
Oh, no. Don't get me started. No more keyframes.
Yeah, no more keyframes.
That is just in my head, like, blah, 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 blah. When you say that word, I'm like, I'm like, what are you talking about?
So, as filmmakers and moviegoers, do you guys like going to the movies?
Love.
Do you guys go to the theaters?
Mm-hmm.
I have a really funny story, actually. Not funny. I guess I don't know if it's funny, but...
Let the audience be the judge.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, okay, like I said, I have struggled with anxiety. So one of my anxieties for the longest time was going to the movie theater after that Batman shooting. Or no, the Joker. Wasn't there like a shooting in Colorado?
It was in Colorado.
Oh my God.
And
That's right.
Arvada or Aurora?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
It was during the Batman premiere.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And ever since then, what is that noise?
Just the room.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I feel like I'm just hearing this now, though.
No, it's the room.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, actually, no, scratch that. That's drilling.
Oh, there we go. Now it's gone.
There's a dentist next door.
What the hell?
Holy
Yeah,
shit, that's
drilling.
so funny.
Dentist.
There's like 3 dentists in here and like
Wow.
a chiropractor in there. So if you guys need if you guys chip a tooth,
Yeah, right.
I got you
Head
covered.
on over.
Just walking. Okay, sorry. Anyways, so
I thought that was the air conditioning, so that's why.
Yeah,
like
no.
The room gets really, really noisy.
Yeah.
That's why I have these pads, but they're not doing. Oh, see, drilling again.
That's so funny. Okay, well, I'll talk a little closer. So ever since that, like hearing about that shooting, for the longest time, I did not go to the movie theaters. And still to this day, if I go to the movie theaters, it's in the back of my head. Like, it really is in the back of my head that there's going to be, like, a shooting. And I'm laughing because I know it's, like...
No, but I mean, nowadays, you don't...
Exactly. Like...
Can't go anywhere.
Yeah. And so... But to answer that question, I always tell people I'm such a disgrace to being a film major because I have not seen so many movies.
Me too.
Same with Avery. We have not seen so many like classic movies that people reference all the time. Mm-hmm. Never seen Star Wars.
And it's okay. You know, you have that misconception of like when you're on set and people tell you about this director or this movie and they're like, you don't know who that is? I'm like,
no.
Yeah.
Why?
Let me go watch it. Now you're telling me.
Yeah.
Now I'll go watch it.
Yeah. But lately I've been enjoying movies more. Like I've been able to appreciate it more.
What's your favorite movie? Or what's your guys' favorite movie?
I have a couple. I love The Sandlot. That one is like just my guilty pleasure. It reminds me of childhood.
Okay.
Love Benny the Jet Rodriguez. He's my hubby. And I also love Perks of Being a Wallflower. I love the writing.
See, I never heard of that.
Okay, so I love the writing of that movie because it really makes you think. You don't really know what goes on until the end. You know those type of movies that like after you watch it, you're like, wait, I want to watch that a second time because like what the fuck?
Have you read the book?
No.
That's the one book I've ever read.
Oh, okay, I should do that because I don't really read either.
That's my follow-up question. Do you guys read?
No.
Oh, I just started.
I want to.
It's my New Year's resolution.
I hardly ever read.
Yeah, I want to.
I hate reading.
I also love Jordan Peele's movies, like Us and Get Out.
Okay, so I hate horror.
Okay.
Just, not horror, but like
it's like psychological.
Monkey Paw Productions.
I can't I get scared easily.
That's fine. Sorry.
You're not gonna like The Shed.
Yeah, it's really no.
Actually,
he's not gonna like The Closet.
You know what I do when somebody tells me you have to watch a scary movie or like you have to watch
Daytime.
this? No, I scrub through it.
Okay.
To see all the clips.
Okay.
So then I know what I'm watching.
I like
and
that.
And then I play it back, so then I don't.
I like that.
Scared.
I like that.
But then I like watch it and I'm like, okay, this is actually a really good movie.
Right, and you're not just focusing on like, oh my god, is there going to be something that jumps out at me?
Like I can't see that.
Yeah.
I mean? Conjuring.
I still never watched that.
No, I've never seen any of them.
Yeah. No, but I love Jordan Peele's movies, and he's coming out with a new one in the summer called
Nun?
Nope.
Is it Nun or Nope?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. Nope. I'm so excited.
That was a weird trailer though.
Yeah,
like
but
you see, like,
I haven't
people
seen it.
like going all the way in the back, like up in the sky.
That's
weird.
I love it. I just found out that my friend's sister's wife is Jordan Peele's PR.
Wow.
I don't know. I guess I'm allowed to say that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. You can come back to me on that one. But like, you know those things of like the 7 fingers of connection. What is that called? Like the 7.
I've never heard of that.
Okay.
What is that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's some,
what is
okay,
that?
There's this thing. I don't know if it has to do with fingers or if someone was explaining it to me and they were counting on their fingers. But it's like everyone is within 7 connections of you. Or something like that. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe so.
So it's like, so it's like, okay, blah, blah, blah.
7
like
people?
Some like voodoo stuff or something?
No, it's like, okay, so like, for example, like Elizabeth Banks. Do we know her? She's an actress, writer. She is Effie in the Hunger Games. And she is she's like the director of Pitch Perfect, yeah. My cousin's dad's cousin is her. So it's like.
Cousin's dad cousin is her.
Yeah. So, like, I guess I should have said my uncle. This is
a real scenario.
This is a real scenario. I guess I should have said my uncle's cousin is her. And then I'm like, okay, Jordan Peele, what the hell? My best friend's sister's wife is his PR agent. Like, it's like, honestly, we are all more connected than you realize.
I mean, so that means you have a connection into Hollywood. Is that what you're saying?
That is not what I'm, like, trying to say. Because I've also never talked to either one of them. But
but now is your opportunity. See, this is the opportunity where you're like,
I know.
Let's get some phone calls.
I know.
Have you guys seen Creep or Blue Jay?
I think I've
those brothers.
Creep sounds.
Who are the brothers?
I think I've seen Creep.
It's not Duloc. That's Alice in Wonderland. Duloc. It's
brothers.
Something.
There's a lot of brothers.
Yeah. There's these 2 director brothers.
Russo brothers? You got the
Cohen
brothers.
Karate Kid.
Never mind. Ignore me.
Say it.
What is Stranger Things? What are those brothers
The
called?
Duffer Brothers. I know that.
Oh, she knows.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know any other brothers.
Anyways.
But,
that was my tangent.
Wait, are the brothers like have their favorite movie?
Do you have a connection?
Or is that?
I'm
curious to know what your favorite movie is. That's what I'm curious to know.
Yeah. I'm talking a lot.
I'm a TV show girl.
It's fine. What's your favorite TV show?
Stranger Things.
Yes.
Really?
Stranger Things. It's basic. It's Stranger Things and Euphoria and the end of the fucking world.
Oh, I forgot about that show.
Oh,
I watched that show.
I love that show. Yeah.
That show's really good. That's with what's the character's name? The girl?
I forgot, but I know it's about 2 children, 2 serial killers.
What is it?
Alyssa.
You know what movie?
Wait, so if you like that, would you like Mindhunters? Have you seen?
Never seen it.
You should watch Mindhunters.
Really, I've seen the preview, but
it's on Netflix too.
Have you seen? You know what I'm getting confused with is Sex Education. Have you seen that one?
No. I've never seen
that one's fun. It kind of reminds me of End of the Fucking World, like the same, like mood.
I don't know. When I see the title and I read the title, and I'm just like, Sex Education.
It's actually really good. It's actually really good.
I don't know. It just feels. It's not something that appeals to me. Like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. You know, like on a
it
Saturday,
feels like you're in class.
yeah, seriously. Health science, though.
Yeah, literally.
And no, it's good.
That's good.
It's really good.
Excuse me. Embarrassing there.
I thought that was a scene.
I love the fact that you admitted that. That is great.
I like that.
That was amazing.
Too much coffee.
Yeah, that made me happy.
I really hope you keep that.
Coffee.
No, you're not. But you
hell no, I'm not. I'm taking that out. I don't want that in there.
No, I
hope you do. I liked it.
Mad respect. Everyone farts.
You know what? It was the chair. So the chairs are really, seriously, if you sit up and then you squeak down. See? Look at that.
Yeah,
it's a chair.
Yeah, okay. It was a chair.
Okay, what other TV shows do you guys like watching?
My all-time favorite TV show is New Girl. And I don't even know if you remember, like, my pilot at all of, like, what I was writing in class, but the script, actually, did I start this my second semester? I don't know what I did, but...
Wait, where is the show on, New Girl?
It was on Netflix. It originally was, I think, a Fox show.
Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah, Zooey Deschanel. And that is my all-time favorite show. The writing is hilarious, and that inspired me to, like, write my own TV pilot. So I have, like, 2 episodes of, like, a TV sitcom, and I really want to film it, but for some reason it seems so daunting to me because it's, like, so long. Like, I have so many pages already, and it's, like, a lot of locations and shit. But I actually have always also wanted to direct because I feel like I'd be a pretty good director as well. And so I think it'd be really cool to direct that TV pilot that I wrote. But
do it.
Did you submit it to script writing class or like?
Yeah, I did that one in Norm's script writing class. Yeah, and every single time, like, I feel like I have, like, imposter syndrome because I'm like, no, I'm not a good writer. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. But everyone's like, oh my god, your jokes are hitting. Like, everything's great. I'm like, oh my God, thank you guys.
I feel like in script writing, you have a peer pressure of like, okay, nobody's going to like my script, or like this person's like way better writer than me. But like, to be honest, like after I write my first script and then I submit it, like the feedback you get is actually really good.
It's super good feedback.
Like, you got to take the notes down, take all of it. I mean, I wish we can record class because sometimes I forget what people say.
Same.
But I mean, it really helps you dive into your. I mean, even Terry was like, "Hey, did you? I mean, you have a script ready. Why don't you take it to Eric's class?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I already did that. I already took it." But I just like you want more notes on your work.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, you're your own worst critic.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I mean? So
I agree.
So other than filmmaking, what do you guys like to do on your time off? Wow.
Well, I have stuff to say. I just feel like I'm talking so much. That's why I looked at you.
This is like really quiet. I was like, wow, really? You get it a lot.
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding? Really?
Colorado,
you don't get scared of snowboarding?
Colorado.
No, I mean, like, sometimes I'm like, oh shit, I'm going too fast and I could die. Like, it's so dangerous.
Snap my neck off.
But, no, I love it. It's too much fun. But I feel like filmmaking is, like, my biggest hobby.
Right.
I feel so opposite of that. I feel like filmmaking is not my hobby, which is kind of funny to say.
Is it your passion or is it your hobby?
I don't know.
It's my passion.
Okay.
I don't know what it is for me. I think it's something that I just like to do.
Yeah.
I think it's one of my passions. I think have a lot of passions. And so the other things I like to do are just like, anything creative. Like I love scrapbooking. I love painting. I'm not great at any of these things, but it's just what I like to do. And it's fun for me. Like scrapbooking, painting, I love going outside, just like being in the sun. I don't know, just stuff like that. Just little things, I guess.
You guys go to the beach?
Not often. I wish I went more.
I haven't, but I think in the summer I'm going to go a lot. I'm going to make it a goal because it's so close. Whenever I'm there, I'm always happy. I'm like, wait, I kind of forget that, like, I could do this way more often. And I live right next to the beach, you know?
I hardly ever go to the beach.
I feel like a lot of people who live here.
Yeah, I live like 2 minutes away from the beach and I hardly ever go to the beach.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like the sand.
My house is like 45 minutes from the beach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where do you live right now?
I'm like in La Mirada, Fullerton.
Oh, okay. You're in Huntington Beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been in the same house my whole life.
So, okay, I'm going to go ask on a limb here. For you guys to say that you made it into Hollywood, what is it? Like having your own company, having your own production company, having an Oscar, having your movie out? Like, what is it they say, like, wow, I've achieved it?
I think being a DP for a feature. Doesn't even have to be a feature, but, I mean.
Like your vision.
Yeah.
You're on something that people watch.
Now, does it like, do you limit it? Does it have to be like on a non-union or like on an independent or like working for a major studio?
I think either for me. Like, I think that's when I'm going to be like, oh, shit, I'm here. Like, so, this is everything I wanted.
If you got a phone call for Lifetime and they wanted a DP, and that would be like, I made it? Or is it, like, something a little higher than that?
Maybe a little higher. Okay. But I'd still be, like, honored, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
For me, I think when I worked on that Christmas movie, I was like, oh, I'm in the film industry. Like, that was the thing that, like, was a super cool moment for me because I was like, wow, like, I'm here. Kind of like, not necessarily like I made it, but it's like, I can tell people, like, I have worked and do work in the film industry. You know, I made a movie. I worked on a movie for a popular channel that people watch. You know what I mean? And so that was super, super cool for me. But I think, like, wow, I made it. Like, I fucking did that. I think if I was a TV showrunner, like, if I made my TV pilot on a sitcom on Netflix, like, oh, my freaking Lord, I would be on top of the moon. Over the moon. What's the saying?
Does it matter which platform you're on? Like, does it matter? Like,
no,
if it's just one of them, I'm like,
if I was on a streaming platform, then I'd be like, fuck yeah. Like, I could tell someone, like, go watch it on Peacock, go watch it on Hulu, go watch it on Netflix, go watch it on Amazon. Like, any of those, I'd be like, yeah, I did that. You know, I think that would be, like, this. I think I'd be very proud of that.
I know I know. Obviously, we just talk about like Netflix and all the mainstream media. I mean, and then we have the movie theaters. Is it like hurting you that movie theaters are going away and like everything's now going on streaming? Like, are you guys like really into the movie theaters, or is it just like streaming? It's fine. Yeah. I mean, the world's changing. This is what it's gonna become.
Yeah. I feel like we can't do anything about it, and like I love the movie theaters, but also like
you don't want to spend
imagine $10. If we didn't have
streaming.
HBO, Netflix, you know?
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't really hurt me that much.
I said, I don't. It's all right. I mean, I love the movies, but it's okay.
I don't really go to the movies often anyways. I'm a homebody, so I love the comfort. Yep. I love the comfort of being in my own home or my bed and just watching movies and TV shows.
Binging all the shows.
Yes. I love that. I'm such a fan of that.
So nothing would entice you guys to change like the mainstream media. Like nothing would change all the streaming service. Would you guys have a movie theater in your house?
I mean, in my old house, it kind of did, but not like the fancy ones. You know,
Yeah.
they have,
No,
like,
but
the
I mean, if you made it in the world, like you have a big, huge.
100%.
I think it'd be cool also just for having like, streaming parties or like what am I thinking of?
Premiere parties?
Yes, premiere parties. Even just for like fun of my friends' stuff. You know, like or just I think it'd be fun. Or even like watching home videos but in the movie theater. You know what I mean? Like
they had that during the pandemic where you you can rent a theater for like $100.
They did do that.
You can play like PlayStation, Xbox.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's smart. Good for them. They're like, we need money somehow.
Okay, so when you guys go and work on your projects, how is the pre-production? How do you guys pre-production? Do you guys do everything, like all the lists, like storyboard, all this kind of stuff? Because some people don't do, some people do.
Shot list, storyboard, everything.
I think we
but
try to.
I hate doing pre-production, so I leave that up to producers.
Our friends Brooke and Carla are really good at pre-production.
That is not my thing. I don't want to do it. I hate it.
Okay, as a cinematographer, how do you prepare for for the movie? Like, what's your process?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question. I also haven't been a DP on like.
Which is so weird to me.
Just like, it doesn't have to be on a big project. Like the recent thing that you DP'd. It could be like, I don't know, filming your cat or whatever. Like
I feel like just like knowing the lighting I'm working with, and I don't know, I really need a detailed shot list. But like the last thing I did DP was my own project. I was DP, director, everything. So I knew exactly what I wanted going into it.
Sometimes I love doing your own projects like that because I feel like it brings you back to like why you started in the first place.
Did you ever research who's your favorite cinematographer?
Tim Ives or Marcel Rev.
I don't know any of those people.
Stranger Things and Euphoria DPs. That's all. Yeah, those are my favorite.
Did you ever study any art? Like, because you know how art like kind of matches, you know, with like Rembrandt Land.
I never did.
No? Wow.
No.
I took art. I would recommend Art 107 and Art 101 at Cal State at Orange Coast College.
I think I did art. Okay. I think I did Art 107.
Oh, you did?
I think I did.
Was it I forgot his name. What was his name?
Old white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogers or something like that.
Mr. Rogers.
No.
In the friendly neighborhood.
No, but he was really. I love that class.
That class was really cool because I kind of was expecting it to be like art history, and I was like, ugh. But it was more so like, this is color. This is
it was introduction to art, and like you get a little bit of the Renaissance, and then if you go to I think 101, I think or 102, which class I took was like now you go deep into like Renaissance, and you go like Dada and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Right. Wait, what was the question I asked? Do you have a favorite production designer?
No, I'm not good at knowing people who work on stuff.
I mean, is there somebody you admire?
Well, still new girl, Elizabeth. I want to say Mayweather, but that doesn't. Isn't that a
a fighter?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mayweather is a fighter.
Fudge, I'm forgetting, but the TV showrunner, the creator of New Girl. Everything about that show is amazing. And she also has her own production company, and I'm like, I want to reach out, but then it's also like I'm just some fucking nobody. That's the hard part too. My parents are like, Eden, you should be like putting your resume out there, sending it to jobs. And I feel like it's not that easy. Like I feel like you do have to know people, but I'm curious because you said you put your resume in a bunch of Facebook ads. Like, is that what you did? Like,
so. In the beginning, it was really difficult. I was I didn't know where to do. Like, I thought it was like you have to know people. Yeah. But then like during the pandemic, once everything shut down, I felt like it got a little easier because since everybody shut down, everybody's at your level because nobody's working, nobody's doing anything.
That's true.
They're all sitting at home, right?
That's true.
And then surprisingly, somebody told me Facebook is actually a great way, and Craigslist. Although
that sounds terrifying.
Craigslist sounds a little terrifying for me. Yeah, come to Burbank in the back alley. We have
Exactly.
we're shooting a night scene. You know what I mean?
Never.
So I wouldn't trust. I mean, I wouldn't trust Craigslist, but I was surprised to trust Facebook. And
is that
what?
Do you have to find like groups
for Craigslist?
No, for Facebook. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
So I literally went crazy in like May 2021, and I followed like over 300 different Facebook groups.
Okay.
And I turned on all the notifications.
Okay.
So any notification post, here are some tips, or like there's 911 Productions. That's a really good one.
And these are all ones you've already worked for that you trust.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I mean, after the podcast, I can show you them. But for people who are on the podcast, 911 Production is pretty good. And then just to be honest, all you have to do is go to Facebook groups, type in film production, and whatever is on there that's in LA or in your area, just click submit.
I wonder if there's like film productions in Orange County.
Yeah, not that much.
Yeah, and that'd be so nice.
And the reason I don't like them is because they're more corporate than rather than like creative. I say like they talk about products and stuff like more heavy. I mean, unless that's what you're into.
Yeah,
and it's a good internship to start at. I mean, I did submit to a couple here in Orange County, but nothing came through.
Yeah,
got you.
But the Facebook ones definitely did.
That's really.
And there's also Chapman too. Chapman Film Group.
I'm actually working, now that I remembered. Someone asked me, someone that I was in MMET Media with.
Yeah.
She reached out to me and she's like, hey, I saw you're doing like art department stuff. Someone asked me to be a production designer on this this film we're doing in April, but like I don't feel experienced enough. Like, can I send you the script and look over it? Would you want to do it? And I can be your assistant. And I was like, hell yeah. And I read the script, so funny, right up my alley. Like, and so now I think I'm going to be working with these Chapman kids. I'm like, that's exciting because just more connections. And Chapman's so good with our alumni and like getting jobs and stuff like that. So
Chapman sets are fun. I mean, I've been on a couple of them. And then I was like on one, like a USC set. And it's so funny. On that USC set, everybody was from Chapman.
Oh, really? Funny.
Yeah. And then
I love that.
And then I was the first AD on that. And then they liked me for first AD. And then somebody took me on to become their first AD for their project.
Nice.
And then like that's just how it works. You have one project, and you work on the next, and you work on the next.
Exactly.
Do you guys see yourself ever leaving the film industry?
Yeah.
No? No. Yeah, wait, what? What? Avery says no. You say yes.
Well,
why?
I mean, like I already told you, I feel like I'm in this weird. Okay, I say that right now.
Limbo?
I'm in this weird period of my life right now where I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm working at Yard House 5 days a week, and I'm like, this is all I'm doing with my life right now.
Let me ask you a question. Do you see yourself working there 5 years from now?
Yard House?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So what's the rush?
No, I hear what you're saying. I think for me, my whole thing growing up, I've just wanted to be a mom, and I would love to just be a stay-at-home mom, like be someone who like my job is taking care of my kids, but I also would still like to have a job, you know what I mean? Right. But I don't want to have a job that takes me away from my family. Like that's like my goal, is to have a family and to have kids, and so like I think.
How long is this goal?
Well, not anytime soon. Not anytime soon.
Like, damn.
That's what it sounds like.
I have to find a partner first and all that. But,
because I was just like, is this 3-year goal, 4-year goal?
No, like 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
But I mean, like at this moment now, you're saying you're working at
Yard House, yeah.
Okay, I mean, you don't see yourself obviously working there for 5 years.
No, I don't.
And obviously you're still networking. You're still working with Avery, right?
Yes.
Are you still writing?
I haven't been, but I do really enjoy it. So I think I need to like start picking up some stuff. But it's hard when all I do is work, and then I'm tired after work. You understand? Yeah. Like all I do is work. I'm tired after work, so I don't want to do anything besides sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I start work at 4 or 5, and then
but you're a morning
person. I don't get home until like 10 p.m.
Oh my! What is your job?
Oh, I work at a private school now.
Oh.
Yeah, I work at a private school, and I take care of like the facility and rentals.
Shit.
So they have like they rent, like we have a basketball court, and people rent it every week. Mm-hmm. So I'm like working 7 days a week.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So so And you're still doing this podcast. I'm like, I'm gonna get.
Well, I have time in the morning and like in the afternoon to do the podcast. But like I can't do LA anymore because 12-hour shift, 18-hour shifts, and I have to be at work by like 4 or 5.
Right.
But
so I guess yes, I do see myself staying. I guess in a dream world, I would have a job in the industry that either A, allows me to work from home, or B, I'm like with a network and I work a couple days a week. You know what I mean? Like
so basically, I see yourself probably owning a studio, and then having everybody work for you.
That would be badass. I mean, sure.
Producing all the content, you review it, and then you go.
Yeah,
but Avery, you don't see yourself ever leaving the industry?
Not right now.
Uh-huh.
I like it too much. I mean, I also want to be a mom eventually, but that's on the back burner. Like, I need to make a whole ass movie before I have kids.
Yeah.
Can I just question why the kids? Like, I just want to ask. Is this something you guys always wanted? Or like,
yes. For me, like growing up, all I've ever wanted to be is a mom.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Why?
Like,
can I ask why?
Oh, so here's the other thing.
I love kids.
So if I'm not working in the film industry, part of me wants to do child development, wants to be a child therapist, wants to I'm very, very, very passionate about making sure children get like the proper childhood and growing up, and making sure like people are love for them and like care for them and like they like fight for their rights and shit like that. So I've been very passionate about that, and so it's like I want to like bring people into this world that will like also do good, and like that I can like instill like what I believe on them, and just have that fun. I don't know, I think it's just always been my dream to just like have a family and have a husband and like have kids. And I don't know. So I think for film, it's for me, I'm like, okay, this next 10 years of my life, maybe I'll try to do film, but then after that, I'll be a mom.
Obviously, you guys. You have that in the back of your mind, but you're not thinking about that like right now.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm not thinking about that right now at all. At all.
Film is my number one priority.
Right
now in life.
I would agree.
Later
with that,
on,
actually.
Kids will come whenever, and I know I want kids.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm like I have to have kids this age.
Same.
Like I need to do film stuff and make a few movies, do whatever, and then
I really would love to.
But I still want to have kids and still be in the film industry.
Yeah.
Like I want to be like the DP with like babies on like a singlet around me.
You got your twins.
Literally.
No, you have a PA to watch your kids on set.
That's what I want.
I'll be your PA. So then I'll still be in the industry. Okay, and I'll work with kids. Okay, there we go.
Good plan.
That's your plan?
That's our plan now. So yes, I'll be with my kids as well, your kids. I'll just be the on-set nanny. How about that? That should be a thing. Or like a school teacher.
You were an on-set nanny for dogs.
Dogs.
Actually, there is a mandatory teacher that has to be on set.
That's true.
If you have kids working on set, not if you have your own
kid
on
playing.
set. That's a little different. I don't know what the rules are for bringing your own kid on set.
We'll own our own production company, so we can make the rules.
We will.
Well, guys, we're at an hour. I don't know if you guys have more time or if you guys want to cut it. It's up to you.
I'm good with anything.
What time is it?
It's 3:30.
3:30.
You have class
I got class at 5. I do have to pee though.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we? You just want to cut it from here?
Sure. Yeah,
I can always bring you guys back on the podcast.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Last question.
Yeah.
I always like to ask people this. For all those beginners out there, what's the best advice you would give them for filmmaking?
It's a good question.
I think as a beginner, take as many jobs as you can, whether they're paid or not paid. And if you live
related to the film or just in general jobs?
Film. Like take as many film jobs as you can, and as many gigs as you can. If they're paid, if they're not paid, because. And I was gonna say like. Don't take other people's shit that are not in the film industry and have not done what you've done. Mm-hmm. So, like, for example, me living with my parents are like, Eden, why are you working all these hours? Why are you working this job and it's not getting paid? I'm like, I need to know people. Like, you need to know people, unfortunately. Like, it's, that will help you a lot.
Right.
So just take jobs to get to know people. And whenever I've gotten people, like, whenever I've referred people to sets, because I've been fortunate enough to actually, like, get some people their first PA job ever on a paid gig, and I feel super like thankful for that, because like someone did that for me, and I always tell them, I was like, you need to just help everyone, talk to everyone. Like, when you're on set, like, don't be afraid to ask other people if they need help, to ask people if they need waters. Like, I don't know. Like, right. I feel like I have, like, a PA, like, manual, you know? Like, I feel like you can, I don't know, you can put out my Instagram or something, and if people, like, need PA advice, like, well, I feel like I have a whole manual.
That's the last thing I ask you guys is to shout out your Instagram.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, so hit me up if you need help with how to PA, because I feel like that has helped me a lot, just trying to be personable with everyone, because no one's going to want to work with someone who's super quiet and just lame. I don't know, like, you know, just...
And the PA list goes, like, you get off that list quickly. It's like the first person available, and they'll
definitely,
find you. Yeah.
Definitely. So, yeah, just be friendly with everyone and try to accept as many gigs as you can, even if it's a little detrimental to your ego a little bit, you know?
Nice. Avery.
I would say networking. Like...
Yeah.
That's really, like, it doesn't matter if you're on set or not, networking everywhere. Like, I feel like I find the weirdest connections just by talking to people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And even, like, things like today, like, I just say yes to opportunities, like, all sorts of opportunities, because I feel like they always lead me to film stuff. I don't know how.
All of them. You say yes to everything.
Everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like, obviously, like, I'll say no to things I feel uncomfortable with or like don't want to do, you know, but like random things, like my chiropractor like has a bunch of connections in the film industry and like is gonna help me, so it's like random little things I choose every day lead me to where I am now. And I would just say like network all the time. Like it doesn't stop. I think
it's because it's like our passion or like your passion that makes it easy for you to talk about it to random people.
Exactly. People are like, what are you in school for? I'm like, film. And they're like, oh, cool. And then, you know, it starts a conversation. Because I feel like it's not a boring major, no offense to the other ones, but it's like people are interested to talk about it rather than like
oh, film.
Math.
Biology.
Yeah.
I mean, the college was, I mean, if you're in film, I mean, peers, you know, talking to people about films, you get a sense of who's who, what they like. And you have this similar, like, you know. Like,
do passion projects.
Yeah.
That. Also, like, I mean, this is for if people are in school, but like, be friends with your classmates.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard online.
Oh, yeah.
Really hard. But if you're in person, try to talk to everyone.
Yeah.
And, like, get their numbers, you know, like, everything.
Literally.
And that's kind of hard for me because I feel like I'm a pretty shy. I'm not shy, but if I don't know you, I'm not going to talk to you. Which is, like, hard for me to learn that as I've moved out here, I need to talk to everyone. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to talk to everyone.
to add something to that really quick, just about knowing your classmates. It's like our friend Michael, like I got him one of his first time like paid PA gigs, and now he is busy as a mother effer. Like he is working with all these production companies, and now he's second ADing. He even got a first AD a little bit for like paid gigs. You gave him his
first PA gig.
I'm pretty sure it was one of his first paid PA gigs, unless I'm lying.
That long?
That's how it is. You do one job and then you go to the next and you go to the next, and then if you tell people what you're interested in and if they listen, I mean, it's kind of like you gotta read the set.
Yeah.
So if you gotta read the people and see what their personality is like, because you don't want to go too far into the like one person who might have a bigger ego than you do,
right?
And then they'd be like, "Who's this guy? Like, he's asking, he wants to be a director, he wants me to do this,
right?"
And like, they might not hire you for the next time. But I totally get what you're saying. Talk to everybody, network. You know what I mean? Get everybody's numbers.
I think for him too, it was awesome because his dream job is to be a first AD, and my dream job is to be
second AD today on something.
And my dream job is to be a production designer. But his is. He's already working with the people he would be working with if he was a first AD. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like when you're a PA, you're working with first AD, you're working with second AD, but when you're a PA, you're not really working with a production designer. So I can tell the producer, oh yeah, I want to be a production designer. Like, oh, that's great. Can't really help you out there. You know what I mean? But like for Michael, it was like, I want to be a first AD, and he's like, oh, well, you're doing a great job and make you key PA now. Okay, maybe next time I'll make you second AD. You know what I mean? So I think that's also just another little, it just depends on the set and what you want to do, you know, just to launch your path of whatever you're going to do.
Okay. And then shout out to yourself Tell people to follow. Shout out to wherever. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I don't care. Tinder.
Kick.
I'm kidding.
You got Kick?
My Instagram's Avery Lynn. AveryLynn. 3 N's.
Ooh. I have 2 Instagrams. My like personal Instagram, if you want to be friends, is EDGirl, EDEGIRL_. And then my creative account, I also do a lot of boudoir photography, which is like really fun little passion thing that I've been doing.
Yeah.
And so I post a lot of that on my creative account, which is edgirl.creative. So EDEGIRL.creative. And then I'll also post some like my production design stuff that we've done. So anything art related, I'll post on there. And then if you just want to be homies, my other one.
Or both.
Or both.
Thank you guys so much.
This is my address. I'm just kidding.
No, that's not, yeah, address too. You want? Hey,
no.
Go, feel free.
My
feel
social.
Thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I
I
hope
love
you guys
talking.
come again.
Yeah. No,
For sure.
We'll be back.
Part 2.
Stay tuned.
Bye.